Her husband was exposed for something disturbing, and instead of leaving, she stood by him. And the internet couldn't understand why. But the real story is more complicated than most people think. So here's exactly what happened. Joshua and Brittani Stapleton built an online brand around their life on the U.S. Gulf Coast. They shared their relationship, their travels, their fitness routines, and their family life. Their content made them look stable and successful. They gained followers because they seemed relatable and transparent. This is important because when the truth came out, people felt personally betrayed. The situation began when law enforcement started investigating Joshua. At first, nothing was public. The investigation happened quietly. Eventually, authorities uncovered evidence that led to charges involving the exploitation of minors. These were serious federal charges, which is why the case escalated quickly. When the news became public, it shocked people who had followed the couple for years. Joshua was arrested and formally charged. The details of the case showed a pattern of behavior that had been hidden from his public life. The contrast between his online image and the accusations was what made the story explode. Many followers began asking, how long had this been happening? Did anyone in his real life know? Were there warning signs? Once the case became public, their online presence changed overnight. People went back to their old videos looking for anything suspicious. Some claimed they saw red flags. Others said there were no signs at all. The case became viral because it touched a deep fear, the idea that someone can live a double life for years. As the legal process continued, Joshua Stapleton was convicted and sentenced to prison. The sentence included years of incarceration and supervision after release. This confirmed the seriousness of the crimes and ended any doubt for many followers. After the conviction, attention shifted to Brittani. Instead of disappearing, she continued posting online. She made statements that suggested she still supported her husband. This shocked the internet even more than the original crime. People could not understand her decision. The debate became intense. Some believed she was in denial. Some believed she was protecting her children. Others believed she had no choice because of financial or emotional reasons. The biggest question that keeps this story trending is simple. Did she know? There is no public evidence that she knew about the crimes before the investigation, but the internet continues to speculate. This uncertainty keeps the story alive. This story is powerful because it's not just about crime. It's about trust, relationships, double lives, the illusion of social media, the psychology of denial. It forces people to confront uncomfortable possibilities about their own lives. So here's the question. If someone you loved was exposed for something this serious, what would you do? Would you walk away immediately, or would you struggle to accept the truth? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more real, detailed true crime stories like this, subscribe, because the next case will be even more shocking.
How are you?
I love you. Miss you so much. This will be behind us soon, though. Think about how fast these 5 years went.
To the first question, I continuously keep seeing, maybe she didn't know, or did she know? Do we think she knew? How did she not know? Absolutely, I knew. Josh and I were friends way before we ever started dating. So when the charges occurred, we were friends. You better believe I hit him up, because as soon as I saw it, I have a really good judge of character, and I knew something was up. I knew that was not Josh. We had already been on several trips together beforehand. I'd spent pretty close time with this guy, and I was like, something's wrong here. Josh was absolutely upfront with me about everything in the charges. There were no secrets. So that leads me to the next point. I continuously see things that say he lied to her and told her that his ex-wife set him up. Well, let's cover a couple things. One, I'm Josh's first wife. He has never been married before. Two, Josh has never blamed any ex relationship for these charges. He has never spoken badly about an ex. Next thing is that people are saying that he lied to me and he told me that he purchased a laptop or a computer off of Facebook Marketplace and the images were already on there. Josh has never told me that, nor have I ever been around him telling anyone that. The next question I continuously see is, do people with children or friends with children know about the charges? Absolutely. A, it's been all over the internet. If you didn't know, you just didn't know. But B, we have never in our lives been at someone's house around someone's children and not let them know ahead of time, because we don't want anything to ever look sketchy. So we've always been absolutely upfront with everyone. And guess what? A lot of these people have our backs because they have personally witnessed Josh around their children and know that there's no issue. Next one. How was Josh allowed to leave the state of Georgia if he were out on bond? Okay, he was out on bond for 5 years. He followed all of his guidelines. He was not a flight risk. He did not lose his passport. He has not been in previous trouble to stop him from going anywhere. So yeah, he was allowed to live wherever he wanted as long as he reported it to the bail bondsman. And he did. He followed up every single time he was supposed to. So there was nothing illegal going on there about where we live and our living situations. Next thing, I keep getting screenshots where people are saying Josh had child images on his work laptop. False. Josh could not possibly have that on his work laptop, because if you have ever worked for a corporation or any big company or anything along those lines, you know how secure those computers are. So that is a false statement. This one, it's up for grabs. You're welcome to talk about it all day. People keep saying we were living fake lives. There was nothing fake about it. It was our life. I mean, we're just living like we always do. Anyone who is around us or has been around us on a normal day knows that was just us. We are still happy. He and I have no issues. He has been fully transparent and honest with me. Therefore, I know everything. I have been to court. I know everything. I can assure you that nothing about us was fake. People continuously say their lavish lifestyle was over. They thought they were such a power couple. All these things. Josh and I would never consider our lives lavish by any stretch of the means. If you know us, you know most of the time when we travel, we stay at a Holiday Inn. Our boat that everyone calls a yacht, 2005 model. We are not living some crazy lavish lifestyle that we are funding from child images. That is very far-fetched. Think before you speak. Family money got Josh out of this, and that's why he's not having to serve much time. Look up the charges. Look up the amount of time that a person serves. That's false. What you're saying is a false statement. There is no family money getting us through anything. Another one. Brittani doesn't want children because she knows that Josh is a child predator. If you know me, or if you've ever known me at any period of my life, you will know that since age 12, I have never wanted children. Not interested in having children. Never have been. She's deleting comments. She's deleting and blocking anyone who says things that aren't nice. Duh. Wouldn't you? Why would I sit there on my page and allow people to try to tear me apart? Think about that. No, I'm not going to do that. So yeah, if you're hateful to me on my page, absolutely, you're blocked. If I see you commenting on someone else's page and you know me personally, blocked. Simple as that. My page, my rules. And last thing, before I end on a positive note, because that's just who I am, let's talk about mental health. It is so fun to get views off these videos. I've seen all the true crime girls, their videos. I've seen it all. I've seen people posting multiple videos because they got excited, because they got the most views they've ever had, whatever. It is not the best thing in the world to profit off someone else's worst moment. I am one of the most mentally tough people you'll ever meet. Been through hell. Been through a lot in my life. I'm pretty mentally tough. Not everyone is. So I'm glad you guys chose me for this and to give me hell. Like I didn't just go through the worst week of my life. Like I did not just lose my best friend. But I would say Think about that. Think really hard, because it would be really difficult to sleep at night if you were the cause for someone not to be on this earth. So say what you want to say, send me my death threats and send me all these messages. You can't hurt my feelings. You can't cancel me because this was never a job. It was only for fun for us. We just enjoyed posting our memories and travels. But think really, really deeply before you post the things you do and you profit off someone else's life just to get your 10,000 extra followers and hundreds of thousands of views. Think about it. And most of all, maybe think about reaching out to that person to see if they are even legally allowed to speak on the case before you do so. Because otherwise, you're just allowed to say whatever you want, and they may not necessarily be able to respond. Just something to think about. And because our account has never been negative, and we have always been a strictly positive account, I'm going to bring you guys your favorite part of us. And it's our boy Carlos. The one getting me through all this.